Hello everyone, it is me, Pokemon Trainer Emerald, and with Series 12 coming to a close in a few days, it is time for me to give you all the team that I have been using throughout all these months. The Zacian Groudon team, otherwise known as Rinya Sun. But, of course, it's not without my own spin on it. And the team has actually gone through many variations throughout the months. Um, and I'll explain that in a bit. But as you can see, this is going to be the rental code available for the rest of Sword and Shield on your screen right there. So what you do is go to manage teams you're renting, and then input the code that you saw before, and then once you enter it, you'll be given an option of if you want to get it, and you say yes, and it'll be yours. But yeah, so this is the team, the code once again, if you want to pause it here to get it. And I'll explain each members and my thought process of how I trained them. So let's start out with Zacian. With Zacian, I wanted to always try to go first, so that's why it's Jolly Max Speed. It's 156 in attack. Most of it afterwards went to HP and 4 in defenses. And of course, it's the Shining Zacian event from 2021. The moves are Behemoth Blade, Protect, Play Rough, and Sacred Sword, which are all moves that come in handy depending on who you're fighting. But the next one is Groudon. Now Groudon is has actually been going through different variations of the team, because originally I actually had quite a few different items and moves on it, such as leftovers, more special defense into it. But then I decided to eventually go for the Assault Vest variant, and the HP for Groudon is actually pretty high, so you don't actually need the max HP for it. What you want to do with Groudon typically is invest more into the special defense, because that's where it really lacks. And if you invest enough, like I have, you can lift up a lot of special attacks like Water Spout from Kyogre and so forth. The speed, that's like the standard speed that most Groudons were running, and since we're adamant, 156 will actually give you the increase to the attack by 2 points instead of 1. And then I just put 4 in defenses. And the moves that it has is Precipice Blade, Fire Punch, because even though Heat Crash is good and I even used it myself, the one flaw with that is it cannot hit Dynamax Pokemon. So Fire Punch, I prefer that. Plus you also have the chance to burn the opponent. And then you have Stone Edge, which a little shaky in accuracy, believe me, but it is worth it. It's a pretty strong move, and also you have a chance to crit as well. And the final move, Heavy Slam, which when you Dynamax Groudon, it's typically used to boost your defenses. In fact, both Precipice Blade and Heavy Slam are there for the defenses, because Precipice Blade, it boosts your special defense. But yeah, and then Charizard is like just the typical timid, max special attack, max speed, and instead of HP I put defense, because that's where it tends to kind of need it more, in my opinion. And this is the event Charizard they gave out last year. And the reason why I have both Heat Wave and Blast Burn is because the Taiwanese player Qian Sai, when I saw his his match that he won one of the Taiwan regionals, he had both Heat Wave and Blast Burn, and without them, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it makes the matchup against Calyrex and Palkia team much more favorable to you. Because if say they have Calyrex and Amoonguss, you can and you lead Charizard and Groudon, well, you can hit both of them despite Amoonguss using Rage Powder with Heat Wave and Precipice Blades, and they will most of the time they will be enough to take them out. Of course, you gotta watch out for the accuracy, but other than that, you should be able to take them out because Charizard hits hard in the sun, and that's why I have Heat Wave on Charizard and Blast Burn, because that's the maximum attack you can, special attack that is, that you can have when it sets up G-Max Wildfire. And I gave it the Lumberry because there was a lot of Grimmsnarls going around with T-Wave, and I don't really like that. So, like 3 of the team are immune to T-Wave, but Charizard wouldn't, and you kind of need Charizard. So, at least for on the ladder, Battle Stadium, that is, I use Lumberry, which has come in favor so many times that I wouldn't have another item on this team, that is. And Hurricane, because Hurricane it hits very strong when you Dynamax it, and also if the rain is up, then you can use the rain against them, because Hurricane will become 100% accurate in the rain, and you can get the confusion chance. But you know, most importantly, you can hit Hurricane comfortably in the rain. So that's another reason why I have it. And of course, Protect on it. So the Groudon is another Dynamax option as well against, you're going against like the mirror match. So you can actually Dynamax Groudon and it can live comfortably against Charizard's G-Max move most of the time. Especially when I talk about the next partners here. So Grimmsnarl, it sets up the screens depending which one you need. Reflect for physical attackers and Light Screen for special attacks. And with the Light Screen, it can actually help out Groudon take the hit from Charizard and Kyogre even more comfortably than it already can with the Assault Vest. And another thing, like you see that it's not max HP Grimmsnarl, like I believe like a lot of Grimmsnarls were running, because what you need to know is that Grimmsnarl already has good HP, but the defense is where it lacks, especially the physical defense. So when I was studying upon how people were running their Grimmsnarl, that's what I wanted to focus on, the defenses. That's why I give it an Impish nature, so it can help boost its defense even higher. Because with it, you have the potential to live Zacian or other Pokemon's attacks when you set up the screens. And of course, I run Scary Face because it's not only for faster Pokemon, so they can become slower, and your partner can hit them. It also is for Regieleki and Lando, because T-Wave would not work on them since they're ground and electric type. But also, if you're in Trick Room, you can potentially make your Pokemon slower by using Scary Face on your partner, like say Incineroar, which is on the team as well. I gave it the Sugar Berry and the Impish nature as well to withstand physical attacks even easier, because ground is so common that you will need the Sugar Berry at times, or against Landorus as well. And the moves for the Incineroar are Fake Out, Flare Blitz, and I had Darkest Lariat for quite a while, but then I changed it to Throat Chop, which is very useful. And the speed stat is to outspeed most Incineroars. There's some that might be faster, but for the most part, 20 is good. And for going back to Grimmsnarl, that speed is to outspeed other Grimmsnarls, because most of them are either the same or lower. Well, not the same. Most of them are gonna be lower in speed, but that speed stat will help you out against other Grimmsnarls. And so will the defense EVs as well, which I went and calculated a couple months ago. And the final Pokemon on the team is the Gastrodon, the blue one, best one. This is the event Gastrodon from last year, I believe, or 2 years ago. And it has Ice Beam, Earth Power, and Protecting Yarn. But yeah, other than that, I hope you all enjoy, and I will see you all next time. Take care.